Hello, everyone. It is I, Gina Louisa, and I am making this video to talk about the nature of my work. What is my work? When I say my life work, this is what my life's work is about. It's about maintaining an atmosphere. It's about every day being brand new, doing the best I can do, maintaining an atmosphere of love, which means truth. Love doesn't always have to be sparkly. Love can be tough, and we all know this. But it's accepting truth. And in accepting truth, understanding that your body is your vessel of life, okay? It's taking care of your body. I'm 65 now. I cooked my whole life. Fried food, this, that, and the other thing, all my whole life. A couple of years ago, I'm cooking a hot dog in butter, and the freaking thing spit up at me like a cobra, and I went blind. Then I went to a doctor, and one doctor gave me a couple of drops to use, and I used them, and I started to get better. And now, yay, I went for my follow-up appointment, and it was with a different doctor, some specialist. And this doctor put something in my eyes that, since she put that in my eyes, I've never been able to see since. In fact, it's just awful. It comes back just so far, but I can never focus again. And even because I was getting my eyes back. When I went and saw this specialist, I said to her, yay, I wanted to tell the other doctor that I'm getting my eyesight back. It's working. I'm healing. And she said, no, eyes no heal. And I said, no, eyes heal. I'm getting my eyesight back. In fact, I can tell you what color irises you have, And no, eyes don't heal. And the two girls looked at each other. They gave each other that look. That look that's in Young Guns too, when they looked at. I know that look. We all know that look. They gave each other that look. And I said to myself, why are they giving each other that look? But she said, no, we're going to do the test now and blah, 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 blah. And the girl walks out of the room and she comes back with a little bottle of stuff, And they put my head back and they put him in. Now, usually, it's, I don't, they do this stupid test where they're going to do they're going to, whatever they call it, the pressure test or whatever they fucking call it. All I know is it was an excuse to put these, she said, eye paralyzes. And I said, eye paralyzes? Oh, yes, I know blink when I do tests. Oh. Well, what the hell does that have to do with making me see better? And it didn't. I haven't seen since. Whatever she did, she squirted a fucking whole bunch of this stuff in my eyes. Because I told her that I was seeing better. And she said, oh, no, you're not. And I didn't expect it. I wasn't going to talk about that this morning when I turned this on. But, hey. Because I am all about healing. Okay? And one of the things that now I have to heal is my eyesight. I never in a million years expected to lose my eyesight. So I'm telling you people, protect your eyesight. When I cook now, if I fry, I have these things, they're like goggles, like it looks like I'm going skiing. But they're protective wear. That it wraps all the way around, and in case any hot oil spits, it's going to spit at the glasses and on my eyes. Oh my God, I wish I would have. But you can't go backwards. You got to go forward. And I know the body heals and regenerates. I mean, look at me. I'm 65 years old, okay? And I've always known this. I've broken my bones. I have what is called osteogenesis imperfecta, meaning your bones don't grow quite normally. And, I have a different type of collagen, I reckon, in my body, or a different amount of collagen, or whatever. It's different. You see the white part of my eyes is blue, like the sky. Isn't that cool? I like that. So the white part of my eyes isn't white. It's blue. My bones break very, very easily. If I, like, fall, most people can fall and get back up again. Not me, I fall. It's like, oh, jeez. It's like dropping an egg, like what just happened with my son about 6 months ago. But now I have a new thing I have to learn to heal from: eyes. So I've been researching and learning all the things one needs to do to get that fresh blood back to the nerve, to heal that burn, which, the burn makes it, like when you burn any part of your skin, it's not pliable. It's hard to send the signals, and okay, but we can heal. We are regenerating machines. That's what the human body is. This is what my life's work is, and that's what I'm telling you. I wanted to tell you how sometimes, your life's work, like going blind, when I'm expecting not to, never expected to, but boy, did it throw in. Okay, you think your life's work is about healing and staying young and regenerative? Try regenerating from this. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm eating everything I need to eat at the right times. I'm doing the eye exercises. I'm looking up at the sky and looking around outside when the sun is out nice and bright, and looking around and letting that soak into my eyes. I'm putting the right things in my body and on my body that will wake up the optic nerves. I'm my own lab rat. That's what I'm going to... In my life's work is being my own lab rat. Because, when I was younger, I began a relationship with God. My brother Frankie put my little tiny feet on a path that opened up a relationship that I have with God. This communication it never lies to me, never ever is wrong, never misguides. Everything that happens in this communication is for my greater good. And it says that I can regenerate, that getting old is a myth, that we can stay young and vibrant and new if we just do the right things. Because I was watching myself. I put the video in about, I don't know, like I've been watching myself do things, and I saw my figure getting nice, so I got really skinny then. I wanted to see how nice I could get my figure, And what I did was I neglected the protein. And at my age, I'm 65, I watched myself get, right? Wasn't it awful? But in a way, okay, good, because then I had to say, oh my God, I never had crinkly skin and kid and muscles. What the hell happened? In 6 months, right? Or a year or whatever, how long, I hadn't noticed, And because I lost all that extra weight, and I didn't have a lot of extra weight. But now, okay, I'm glad I did it, because now I got rid of all of that extra, anything gunky that was in my body. Really. And with it went a lot of mental things too that were there all those years that had, I guess they were in the cells, the fat cells that had, or whatever, I've been trying to heal all of the scar tissue I have too, inside and out. I've had a lot of surgeries. I had the cesarean section, which is not is hard to heal from, but it does. Oh, it takes doing, getting the inside and all of the things that have been cut. But then I had that, you see that big one here? This is the gallbladder surgery. And he said he took out my appendix. Like, who the fuck told you to go near my appendix? You're up there with the gallbladder. But he said he took out my appendix, which was fine. You need your appendix. Some people don't know, but you need your appendix, okay? Your appendix holds all of the little gut bacteria that when you need your body to release them into you, your good stuff. Huh. And I've grown another one since, and they're not checking. Fuck them. They ain't gonna open me up and look. But I've grown another one since. Just like my gallbladder. Okay, and that's what the surgery was for. They took out my gallbladder because I had stones. Because when I was little, okay, my osteogenesis imperfecta, they thought the way to fix it was to make me drink milk. Milk, 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 milk. Oh my God, can you imagine a little kid having to drink a gallon of milk a day? Ugh, no wonder I had gallstones, right? But they didn't know any better. Okay, now I understand what it's what kind of foods I need to eat to keep my body healthy. How to eat them, get them to soak in the right kind of proteins at the right times. You need the right amount. You need the right kind of B vitamins. You need to eat the right type of whole grains. You need the fresh fruits and vegetables. Boy, do you ever. Your antioxidants is growing in the world. The magical friends of the world that, we nurture them and they nurture us. So beautiful. The oils. Oh my God, yum. Right? Extra virgin olive oil, coconut oil, even butter, fresh butter. The good things for you. Not that other crap. Okay? But just the good stuff. God has given me wisdom. And with this wisdom, God said, I gave you a brain that works. Okay? And your parts and your stuff, don't ever doubt, for one, the wisdom of your mind. And I tell you all that. Don't doubt. When you know something, you've researched it, and you say, hey, you know what? When you research something, sometimes you'll research it and you'll be like, I don't think that's true. I think that's new bullshit. Let yourself understand what you know to be. I know what is true. You know how I know? Because I experiment myself. If they say this is good for you, well, then I'll try it, and I'll see how it does for my body. Like protein powders and all that. When I drink a thing of protein powder, I'm all dried out. And then I feel like it just doesn't go through my body right. It doesn't soak in right. I didn't feel like I got the protein out of it. Nothing about protein powders is right. Now yogurt, yogurt. Oh my God, especially that extra protein yogurt, that really good Greek yogurt. Oh, I feel fantastic after I eat that stuff. Or meat, or chicken, fish, real food. Real vegetables, real fruits, okay? Supplements are there just in case. Like, oh my God, I was so busy today. I really didn't get a chance to eat all that right, Then I'm going to eat something, like a peanut butter sandwich, and I'll take a supplement or two, okay? But that's, the supplements are not what I live on. I live on real food. This is what God has taught me. My life work. When I spin around, I get all my energy in and I show you my energy because that's my life's work, okay? The energy I carry in me, the staying young. It's not just in the physical features of being young, but it's in the way you attack life every day. It's good morning life every day, Oh, I'm in my body. Oh, awesome. Thank you for this body and the health that you teach me to help this body maintain. And today I'm going to do this for my body. That's so good for it. Every day. That's what I do. I take care of me and I take care of Buddy. Yeah? We take care of one another. He sees what I can't see and it points it all out and tells me all about it. And then so I still get to see the geese flying. I still get to see the deer grazing, because he looks and tells me, right? I still get all of that until it seeps back into my own eyes while I'm healing. I feed him everything he needs, healthy, and the best atmosphere and the utmost respect. We never talk disrespectful or curt to one another. I won't allow that in my home, and I won't allow it in my realm. That's another part of my life's work. That which I have developed in my own home, I do intend to create a realm, an entire realm of other like individuals who do not tolerate anything but divinity. And I'm not saying pompousness. I'm saying true divinity, where you serve nature and it serves you. I get up every morning and I can't wait to go feed the kitties outside and feed the kitties inside. And then I feed all the critters like Frowny and the bunnies. It's what I do. Make the coffee. Keeping the happy atmosphere. Sitting in the morning with a nice creamy cup of coffee. Say, good morning, good morning. We maintain this happy atmosphere, right? Like today, we'll probably clean out cupboards and cereals and things that we have not eaten and go make a nice big bag to have a blab fest. I showed you a blab fest, right? With all the seagulls going crazy. We can dump out a pantry of all the things you don't use and get rid of the old breads and old this and all that. And chips or anything half-eaten cereals. Any kind of something that I made and didn't finish. Into the bag it goes, and into the seagulls. One more thing that we do to up our atmosphere and contribute to the greater good. The little things we do. We say, what do we feel like eating? Fresh blueberries every night. Fresh blueberries. Fresh blueberries we've been getting into every night. Or even the dried ones. Because the fresh blueberries hold a lot of ingredients. They have stuff and other stuff. Yeah. That's very, very good for you. So we've been doing that, and we've been doing the fresh bowl of olive oil at least 2 or 3 times a week. Take the olive oil, you put the balsamic vinegar, make sure you put oregano, because of the ingredients in oregano. It's got stuff and other stuff. Fresh garlic squeezed with the press right in there. Oh yeah, black pepper, stuff and other stuff in the black pepper. Like you wouldn't think so, right? But either black pepper and even the sea salt. Make sure it's sea salt. You know. Voila, there you have health in a bowl. Take that fresh Italian bread and you know what else you put on there? You Parmesan cheese, fresh Parmesan Romano all over the top of that thing. And when you dip your bread, you get, because Parmesan Romano, by the way, has a lot of protein in it. Very, very good for you. All the things in there. The oregano. Oh my God, it's just so good for you. The garlic, black pepper. Black pepper, helps your body soak in all the other vitamins that you're trying to get in there. So does that extra virgin olive oil, that really robust flavory one. Oh God, I love it. We drool it. We had some last night. I know I got the other half of the little fresh Italian bread that I keep in plastic to keep it fresh. And I can't wait to dive into that again. But every single thing we do is to make ourselves healthier and happier and live the best life we can from morning until night. That's my life's work. My life's work after 65. I'm over 65. Buddy is 8 years older than I am. We need to be concerned with only that. Being the healthiest and the happiest that we can be every day. Not letting anything come in that's going to interfere with the way we live in a respectful, peaceful, happy. Because that is a loving atmosphere. That's what it's about. Nurture. My life's work is nurture. I intend to live as long as I can. But, I don't fear dying. I mean, Because we just die and come back and die and come back and die and come back and die and come back anyway. So what's the point? Why not take care of this body in this life? Makes sense. And see how long we can keep it going. Eh, we'll see. It's my life experiment. Let's see if my eyesight comes back. Because right now I'm really freaking blind as a bat. I can hardly see my cup of coffee. I can't see myself on the video. I can see a shadow there, but I can't tell if I even got the whole part of me. Whatever. I can see my cup of coffee. But little by little by little, and I do notice, when I'm out in sunshine, that I see much better. And I see much better in the evening under that red light I keep in the living room for Puebla, whatever I call it, Polly, I keep that red light, that grow light, and it's good for me, and it's good for our eyes. It's good for her. She loves it. The heat light. Little things we can do. That's what it's about. My life work. I'm bringing you all along, And yes, even when I do what I do for number twos, because that keeps us alive and vibrant. It's a fantasy. We need to keep that fantasy part of ourselves alive, okay? In reality, is different than a fantasy, right? We need to keep that childlike part of ourselves alive. And that's why I do all I do. Because we need to be the actress. We need to be the fantasy in our lives. We need to. Every little thing. I like to stay as in the moment as I can, as childlike and in love with God as I can. I'm so thrilled with every little, I'm looking up and I see the blue of the sky and it's just, I see a little wisp of cloud. I can see, if I focus, my eyes come in. I can see that there's greenery over there, the clouds, the trees, the trees, the greenery. I can see no detail, but it's starting to come in and my eyes are starting to want to see. This will be our experiment. You can watch through the years. Do I go more blind? Or do I get my eyesight back? Interesting, because there's a lot of videos that say, here's how to do it. Here's how to restore your vision. And I do it all. I do the, you look here and you go 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Back to 12. I do all that. Run in circles with the eyes and cross my eyes. I do my googly eyes hypnotist, which I haven't done in a while. I really should do some more of that. I love her. She's great. If you haven't seen the googly eyed hypnotist, you gotta see him from like the first one and then the second one in succession. First one, second one, third one. They kind of, maybe I should clump them or whatever, but they're funny. They're off the cuff, but just trying to get my eyes healing, and we'll see through the years. I'm the experiment. I started using that lotion that I showed you just the other day. Research all of the right things to put on my skin so I don't get that. Look, and now blink, it snaps right back, right? That right? It's great. Boink, snapping back, boink. Feeding, a Barbara O'Neill. Yeah, listen to Barbara O'Neill. She's a smart girl. Not every freaking thing. Don't listen to her like she's, God. Okay. But she's quite bright. Decipher for yourself in your own body and in your own life those things that she says you should incorporate them in. Because I done a lot of those things. I've been bouncing around and staying vibrant, bring the fresh flow of blood back up into my eye. I'm eating the right foods, taking her advice and the advice of other people just a person. When I call you a doctor, it's no doctor this one or doctor that one. I don't take your advice any more than a person who knows what they're talking about. If something you say sounds wise to me, I'll be like, I'm going to try that. So I've been incorporating all the foods. Go listen to the videos yourself. I am the lab rat, you know. Like a lot of tarot readers and this one, and they say, you know, you're the chosen one, and you are divine, and you are this, and you are that, and I am, and that's me. I'm gonna be the experiment. I have been all my life. People have hated me for it, and that's something. I live exactly how Jesus asked us to live. He said, "Don't worship me, be like me." You know, pretend you're me going through your own circumstances. This is what Jesus said to do. So that's what I've always done. It's what my brother Frankie, that's the path he put me on when I was just a child. And he left me when he was 7. When I was 7, he was 15. I was 7 when Frankie left this world. This 3D world, but he's never left me, ever. Brought me along. Oh, I'm so lucky. I have this connection to divinity, and I have this connection to the whole world. Right? And I ask you to decipher for yourself. That's the puzzle. Because each one of us has a list of items and clues. Like the game scavenger hunt. You know, life is a scavenger hunt. And we each have a list with the items and the clues, the things that we need to pursue, and how to pursue them in our own mind and soul, our DNA. It's already enscrolled in us. But each one's list is totally unique. We can help each other along by example. This is what I did on my path, but your path is different than my path. That's what we have to understand. You can't be something you're not. Never try to be something you're not. Only say, Lord, help me understand exactly what it is that I am, and never underestimate the I am. It is I, Gina Louisa, just being my life's work for you.